educational program. Now we are going to learn maths. All of you are grade 7 students. Do you know what is the lesson today? It is data representation and interpretation. My dear kids, you can refer your textbook. Page number 131. It is the lesson 26. Lesson extends from the page number 131 to page number 139. Before starting the lesson, my dear kids, you should know what are the things you can collect after doing this lesson. By learning this lesson, you will be able to represent data in column bar graphs and multiple column graphs. Column graphs, bar graphs, both are same. Both words are used to show the same graph. Then you will be able to interpret data represented in column graphs and multiple column graphs. First of all, we should identify the events of collecting data in day-to-day activities. Then first of all, let's identify them. I can show some examples. First, to know the number of ice creams sold per day in an ice cream shop. Think there is a trader selling ice cream. At the end of the day, he should know what is the total number of ice creams he sold in that day, because he wants to know the amount of money he collected. Then next go to another example. The number of students in grade 7 in a school. Your principal wants to know the number of students in grade 7. Then there is a sectional head. He or she can collect data from class to class. Then last, getting the sum of the numbers of each class, then he or she can know what is the total number of students in grade 7. Then my dear kids, we have to identify examples more. Do you know Grama Sevaka? There is a officer, Grama Sevaka. He or she wants to know the members, the number of members in a house in the village. Then how he can collect the data? The number of members in a house in the village. I think it is better to arrange a table. Now let's see what is the table. Then let's represent the data of the number of members in a house in a village by a table. Then what are the columns? Number of members in a family. We can write them in this way. Per 3 members, per 4 members, per 5 members and per 6 members. Then he or she can go to homes. Then home to home and collecting data using tally marks. You learned them when you in grade 6. Can you remember? You collected data using tally marks. Then here you can see tally marks, and after marking tally marks, then after collecting the data, then you can fill next column. It is number of houses. Then count the tally marks. Then per 3 members it is 16. Per 4 members it is 20. Per 5 members, what is the number of houses? It is 9. Then per 6 members, the number of houses is 5. Is it clear? Then you can recall your knowledge of collecting data using tally marks. It was the better method. It is the best method to collect data. Now let's see this data information using another table. What is it? Now we can use only numbers. Then number of members in a house. I wrote them using digits. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. Then number of houses. Then per 3 members it is 16. Per 4 members it is 20. Per 5 members it is 9. Per 6 members it is 5. Now if that person want to know the total number of people in the village, he has to do a calculation. Now my dear kids, let's go to another slide. Now we are going to collect in data the number of vehicles enter in a vehicle park per hour. Then at the beginning of that hour, then using a table, then using tally marks, then let's collect data. Then you can see the collected data. Then at the end of the hour, then number of cars, number of vans, number of buses and lorries. They are marked using tally marks, and counting them you can know what is the number of vehicles. Car, it is 4. Number of vans, 6. Number of buses, 9. The number of lorries is 11. Then my dear kids, you can recall your knowledge you used when you are in grade 6. Now let's see next slide. What is it? Then it is another event. What is that event? Information on the number of students who did not attend during a week in a class of 40 students in a mixed school. Then let's know what are the information. Then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. The number of absentees. On Monday it is 2, on Tuesday 8, on Wednesday 7. The number of absentees on Thursday is 4, on Friday is 10. Then we collected data. Now we have to represent this data using picture graphs. Can you remember it? Represent the above data in a picture graph. This is the type of a picture graph. Can you remember? My dear kids, now let's draw picture graph to show the number of absentees. Then on Monday, I used the face. Then it is the key. Then surface represents 2 absentees. Then on Monday it was 2. Then it is enough to draw 1 face. On Tuesday, then we should draw 4 faces. Why? Then 1 face represents 2 absentees. Then on Tuesday, number of absentees was 8. So it is enough to draw 4 faces. Then on Wednesday, it was 7. Then how we can show 7? Then we can show 6 absentees drawing 3 faces. And there is one more. We have to use half of a face. Then on Thursday, number of absentees was 4. Then so it is enough to draw 2 faces. What was the number of absentees on Friday? It is 10. Then we should draw 5 faces because the face represents 2 absentees. Then kids, here we showed it is using horizontal bars, but we can draw it in another way. Look at this one. Now we can draw these faces vertically. On Monday, 1 face, Tuesday, 4 faces, Wednesday, it is 3 faces and half. Thursday, it is 2, Friday, it is 5. Now I think all of you could remember how did you draw that picture graphs. Then let's go to another one. Now our lesson, drawing column graphs, or we can use the word bar graphs. What are they? Now let's identify how we can draw column graphs. Here we have to use two axes. They are perpendicular lines. Then one is used to show the days. Other is used to show the number of absentees. Then axes are divided into equal parts. Look at the line marked as day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. We can separate them into 5 parts. Then gap should be same. Then what about other axis? To show number of absentees, we can mark it from 0. Then I marked it 2 by 2. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Then how we can mark this bar graph? Then on Monday, the number of absentees was 2. So bar is drawn up to 2. On Tuesday, what is the number of absentees? Then here, my dear kids, I used this face for further explanation. But it is not needed. But now let's mark the number of absentees on Tuesday. It is 8. So bar is drawn up to 8. Then here I am marking the faces on this bar. Then you can recall what is the number of absentees. It was 8. Then on Wednesday, it was 7. So bar is drawn up to 7. Now you can't see 7, but we know between 6 and 8 there is 7. Then here faces, they are shown the number of absentees. Then Thursday, the number of absentees was 4. So the bar is drawn up to 4. On Friday, it is 10. Then I mark the line for number of absentees up to 12. Why? The maximum number of absentees was 10. So it is enough to mark up to 12. Then here faces, they are shown the number of absentees also. Then kids, our bar graphs, then we can't draw pictures. Then so we should draw our bar graph without drawing faces. Look at this one. This is the correct bar graph, or we can use the word column graph. Then above the graph, number of absentees in a week. It is the topic. We should write down the topic. Then two axes are named day and number of absentees. Then bars should be clear. There is a equal gap between each bar. Then, dear students, now let's go to another one. What is it? Same bar graph. Can you identify? In previous bar graph, bars are drawn vertically. But in this graph, what happened? Then two axes are changed. Then look at it well. Then now bars are in horizontal way. It is also correct. Then you can draw your bar graph in any way. Then let's go to another one. Then let's record the attendance of students during the same week in same class as above. In previous examples, we collected information on absentees. Now we are recording the attendance of students in this same school. Then let's see what are the information. Then day. We want two columns. Why? One is for day, other is for attendance of students. On Monday, at the beginning of this incident, I said the total number of students in a class is 40. Can you remember what is the number of absentees on Monday? It was 2. Then definitely, then attendance of students on Monday should be 38. According to it, then informations are collected. On Tuesday, it is 32. Wednesday, attendance of students is 33. Thursday, it is 36. On Friday, it is 30. Now, we are going to show this information data on a bar graph. Let's draw a bar graph now. Okay, then dear kids, I think you can draw them. If you have your book now, then draw it. Before showing my bar graph, then try to draw your one. Let's see it now. Then let's represent above data in a bar graph. However, first of all, we should identify two axes. Dear students, here I used one axis for day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Then what about other line? Attendance of students. Now, we have to mark it up to 40 because maximum number is 38. Then line is marked 2 by 2. Mark is separated into same parts and I mark 0 to 4 up to 40. They are multiples of 2. Now let's draw the bars. On Monday it is 38. Then what is the height of the bar? It is up to 38. Using this axis of attendance of students, you can read the value of the bar. Then on Tuesday, what is the number of students? Then attendance, it is 32. Then on Wednesday, then it is 33. Now we can't see 33, but between 34 and 32, we can mark 33. Then find where is the 33 and draw the bar up to 33. On Thursday, then bar height is 36. On Friday, attendance is 30. So, height of bar should be 30. Now, my dear kids, I think all of you could understand it. Then it is very easy to draw. Then we should find out two axes and we should mark them in correct way. We should divide the axis into same parts and after that we can mark the numbers and the category. Then we should go to another one. Shall we go to next one? Then here same graph or no? Is it same or no? It is same. Previous one and this bar graph, both are same. But can you identify what is the difference? Then think you have to mark large numbers along axis for attendance of students. Then we have a small book. Then it is not enough to mark like 100, 200. Then we have to arrange the axis by shrinking. What is it? Between 0 and 28, there is a mark. Then by shrinking, I mark 0 to 28. But others are not marked. They are hidden. But we know now there are other numbers from 0 to 28. Then after 28, line is marked as 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38 and 40. Then by shrinking, we can arrange the line. Then kids, here same bars are drawn. Is it clear now? Then let's go to another one. Then don't forget, here the mark, now you can see it. It is used to indicate that the distance between 0 and 28 is less than it should be. Then definitely we should use this mark. Then dear students, let's go to another example. What is it? Now you can see this example. The table below shows the total score obtained by each house at the end of the annual inter-house sport meet of a school with more than 5,000 students. In each school we have inter-house sport meets. Then let's show this information in a column graph. First of all, let's see what are the information. Can you see? Then there are 5 houses. What are them? Vijaya, Gamunu, Parakum, Vasamba and Ashoka. Then we know it is easy to use a table. Then we can read information, name of the house and total mark. Then what is the mark collected by Vijaya? House Vijaya? It is 140. The house Gamunu collected 115 marks. Parakum 150 marks. Vasamba 110 marks. Ashoka house collected 120 marks. Now you should think how to arrange your bar graphs. What are the two axes? How you can mark your axes? Then here information, data. What is the minimum value? What is the maximum value? Minimum value is 110. Maximum value is 150. Then let's mark them on a bar graph. Are you ready? Then I think you are doing your work now. You can use your writing book. You can draw bar graphs. Then use in color pencils. Then you can color your bars. Okay. Now let's draw the bar graph to show this information. Then two axes. Then horizontal axis. It shows name of the house. Vijaya, Gamunu, Parakum, Vasamba and Ashoka. Then total marks, they are shown by other axis. Here I use the method I introduced because it is not easy to mark up to 150. Then from 0 to 150. But all the marks are greater than 100. Then my dear kids, you can hide that values between 0 and 100 using this symbol by shrinking. Then it is very easy to show. Then after 100, you can mark the line 10 by 10 or 5 by 5. Because all the marks collected by each group, I observed they are multiples of 5 and multiples of 10. Then let's mark 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150 and 160 because maximum value is 150. Now it is easy to draw the bars. Then Vijay collected 140 marks. Then bar shows it. Then Gamunu. Marks is 115. It is between 120 and 110. Then Parakum. Mark is 150. Vasamba. Mark collected is 110. The house Ashoka collected 120 marks. Now isn't it easy to read these bars? You can know the values, but you can compare bars. Then compare height of bars. Then we can think. We can select the winner house. Then winning house is Parakum. Reason having highest bar. It means having the highest marks. Now is it clear? Then my dear kids, let's go to next slide. Then don't forget to use the sign to show the hidden values. Then here it is compulsory to use the symbol. You can see it now when the distance between 0 and 100 is reduced. Okay, now ready to go to next one. Let's write the attendance of the girls and the boys in the class of 40 students separately. Then the number of boys is 25. Number of girls is 15. Then my dear kids, are you happy to do this one? Let's see. Then this is the information. Then on Monday it is 23 for boys, girls 15. Tuesday number of boys is 18, girls is 14. On Wednesday number of boys is 18, girls is 15. Thursday number of boys is 20 and girls is 13. On Friday boys is 20 and girls is 10. Now how we can show this information using bar graph? First of all, let's mark them using separate bars. Then let's mark them. We have to use two bars, two bar graphs. Then here for boys. Then days of week, they are represented by horizontal axis and boys represented by vertical axis. Then by shrinking, I hide the values between 0 and 12. And after 12, we can mark them 2 by 2. Then number of boys on Monday is 23. On Tuesday, bar is drawn up to 18. On Wednesday, it is same 18. Then you can check. On Tuesday and Wednesday, height of the bars, they are same. It means then the number of boys on that 2 days are same. Thursday and Friday, it is also same. Then number of boys on Thursday and Friday is 20. Then how we can show the number of girls? Let's draw another graph. Then for girls, on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Number of girls is 15 on Monday. On Tuesday it is 14, Wednesday it is 15, Thursday it is 13 and Friday it is 10. It is very easy to draw these bars. Then you can color them using your colors as your wish. Then my dear kids, we have to do another one. Let's see what is it. Now we are going to represent both of the bar charts shown above in a single chart. How we can do it? Then in same graph we can show both girls and boys. Then on Monday we can show the number of boys and number of girls. But don't forget, we have to use two colors, or you can use another pattern. Here I use the color blue for boys, color red for girls. Then on Monday, both boys and girls, they are represented here. It is very nice, isn't it? Then on Monday, you can read the graph now. The number of boys is 23, number of girls is 15. Now, I showed the graph to show both information of girls and boys in same bar graph. Now, let's identify how we can draw them. Then these are multiple bar graphs. Have you ever seen them? You can refer your textbook. Then there are attractive diagrams. Then multiple bar graphs. Why that? What is the reason to use multiple bar graph? Multiple, then in one category we can draw 2 or more than 2 bars. Then let's see how to do it. Then this example, read it. Let's find out the information about the number of glasses of juice sold in 3 shops during a day using following graphs. Then let's see it. The number of glasses of juice, it is shown by the vertical axis. Then horizontal axis for 3 shops. They are Asiri, Mihiri and Vasana. They are the 3 juice bars. Then can you see the key? What is the key? I used 3 colors. For orange, orange color. For Faluda, it is purple color. For mango juice, it is brown color. Then I think you can read it. It is very easy. In Asiri shop, what is the number of glasses for orange juice? Read it. It is 20. Then number of Faluda juice glasses, it is 14. Then for mangoes, what is the number of glasses? It is 16. Now I know all of you can read the bar graph. Now we have to write down some answers for some questions. Now I am giving some questions. Question 1. In which juice bar has the most number of mango juice been sold? What is the question? In which juice bar has the most number of mango juice been sold? Let's go to the graph now. Then read the bars. Height of the bars. Which is the highest one? Then what is your answer? In Vasana juice bar, we selected the answer. Now I am giving another question. In which juice bar has the least number of orange juice been sold? What is the question? In which juice bar has the least number of orange juice been sold? Least number of orange juice. Let's go to the graph now. Least number of orange juice. Then these are the bars shade in color orange. Then least one. It is the shortest bar. It is in Vasana juice bar. Then my dear kids, then your answer should be in Vasana juice bar. Now another question. Which juices has been sold equally in Mihiri juice bar? Equally, but in Mihiri juice bar. Let's go to the graph. In Mihiri juice bar, what is it? You can see having same height. Then it is for orange and mango. Orange and mango. Let's write the answer now. Then answer is orange juice and mango juice. Then I think all of you can understand it. Now ready to go to next question. Find the total number of glasses of juice sold in Asiri juice bar. Total number of glasses sold in Asiri juice bar. Let's go to the graph. Asiri. First one. You can read the name of the juice bar and check the height of each bar. Then orange, it shows 20. Faluda shows 14. Mango shows 16. Then get the sum of 3 numbers. Now let's go to the answer. Now you can get the sum of juice glasses for orange, Faluda, mango. Then it is 20 plus 14 plus 16. Then total is 50. Then your answer should be 50. Then kids, another question. Which juice bar will you choose to drink an orange juice? What is the reason? Which one is the most suitable juice bar to drink to have an orange juice? Then let's go to the graph. Then think. Then orange juice, they are shown by color orange. What is your answer? Then Asiri juice bar, because it has all the most number of orange juice. Because it has all the most number of orange juice. Okay, then dear kids, now we should go to another one. Then this is the question. What is it? You can read it now. The marks received by Udara, who is learning in grade 7 for a term test, is given below in the chart. Now you can see the chart. Then subject and mark. For Sinhala, his mark is 80. Buddhism 95. English 60. Mathematics 75. And for science, he got 80 marks. Then how we can show them? Let's see how to show them using bar graph. Then two axes. We should select two axes. The most popular one is drawing vertical bars. It is easy to read. Then Sinhala 80 marks, Buddhism 95 marks, English 60 marks, Maths 75, Science 80 marks. Then after showing this bar graph, we have to write the answers for some questions. Then let's go to the question 1. For which subject has Sudhara got the most? Then let's go to the graph. Here you can see answer, but let's go to the graph now. Which is the highest bar? It is for Buddhism. So your answer should be Buddhism. Then dear kids, what is next question? For which subject has he got the least marks? Least marks? How you can find it using the bars? It should be the shortest bar. Now let's go to the graph again. Which is the shortest bar? It for English. Then your answer should be English. Is it clear? Now I think you can read bar graphs. Then you have questions more. Then third question. Now read it. For which subject has he got the same marks? For which subject has he got the same marks? Let's see the graph. Same marks. Then height of the bars should be same. Then can you select what are them? Same, having same heights for Sinhala and Science. For Sinhala and Science. Then what should be your answer? It should be Sinhala and Science. Then let's go to fourth question. Question number 4. How many more marks has he got for Sinhala than English? Now you have to compare. Then comparison is done using bars. Then how many more marks has he got for Sinhala than English? Now we want to go to the graph again. Sinhala and English, compare them. What is the height of the bar of Sinhala? It is 80. Then English 60. Then you should find out the difference. Let's go to the answer. Then Sinhala, it is 80 marks. For English, it is 60 marks. Then doing subtraction, you can find out the answer. Then answer is 20. Then my dear kids, the marks, you can write down the answer again. The marks that he has got for Sinhala more than English is 20. Now let's go to the Next question. Let's read what is it. Now you can read the question. The information about the vehicles entered at the entrance of an expressway within 3 hours is shown below. Represent the data in a multiple bar graph. Now you have to draw a multiple bar graph. Then these are the information. Then type of vehicle it is given. What are the type of vehicles? Car, bus, van and lorry. There are 3 hours. Then in first hour, number of cars 45, bus 10, van 25 and lorry 20. You can read them in second hour and also in third hour. Now we should draw multiple bar graph. Think how many bars have to be drawn for the category, the type of vehicle, car. Then it should be 3. Then you should arrange a key. Let's see how to do it. Then you can see the drawn bar graph. First hour is shown by the color blue, second hour shown by the color red and third hour it is shown by the color black. Now you should read the bar graph. You learned how to read the bar graph, multiple bar graph. My dear kids, now I am going to give some questions more. Then question number 1. Answer the following questions used in the graph. Question number 1. During which hour has the most number of vehicles entered? Read it again. During which hour has the most number of vehicles entered? In which hour? Then we should go to the graph. In which hour? First or second or third? Then what is your answer? Then you can think the answer and I can show my answer. Then select your answer and check. You can know yourself your answer is correct or no. Now did you find your answer, kids? Now I am going to show the answer. Is it your answer? Is it your answer? Third hour. What was the reason? Having the highest bars. Then bars in color black. They are the bars with the highest. Then bars shaded using the color black. Then you can observe. Then it is for third hour. Then I am going to give question number 2. During which hour has the least number of vans entered? Now you should check the numbers relevant to vans. During which hour has the least number of vans entered? During which hour? We should go to the graph now. During which hour has the least number of vans entered? Go to the graph now. Then van, least number of vans. Now you can check. Then bars in first hour and second hour. They are same. But other graph, other bar is higher than them. Then your answer should be first hour and second hour. There are 2 answers. Is it your answer? Now let's see what is your answer. First hour and second hour. Now question number 3. What is it? Then question, what can you say about the number of buses entered within the 3 hours? What can you say about the number of buses entered within the 3 hours? Let's go to the graph. Then buses in first hour, in second hour, third hour. What happened? You can see. Then 3 bars are same. Then how you can arrange your answer? Then kids, you can write your answer. Then they are same. They are equal. Now fourth one. Find the total amount of vehicles entered within the first hour to the expressway. Now what is the question? First read the question well. Find the total amount of vehicles entered within the first hour to the expressway. Within first hour. Now you should go to the graph again. Now I am showing it. Then you can count within first hour. Then cars 45, bus 10, van 25, lorry 20. Now get the sum of them. You should get the sum of them. 45 plus 10 plus 25 plus 20. Then answer is 100. What is your answer? It is 100. Then my dear kids, I think all of you could understand it. We drew bar graphs. Then our lesson drawing bar graphs and same word column graph. Then there is another question. The information about potatoes, dal and Bombay onions sold in January, February and March in city A are shown below. Then this is the bar graph. Then sometimes in some questions you are supplied by bar graphs and you should read them. You should find out the answers for the questions. Then let's see what is the first question. Which item sold the least in January? Which item sold the least in January? Least in January. Then in the graph you can see it. In January, the shortest bar for onions. Then my dear kids, your answer should be onion. What is question number 2? Read it. Which item has sold the most number of kilograms in 3 months? In which month? Which item has sold the most number of kilograms in 3 months? Let's go to the graph. Most number of kilograms. In which month? It should be in March or February. How you can select answer? Then you should get the sum. How you can write your answer? Then it is dull. Then get the sum and you can get the answer. Then answer is dull. Then kids, it is in March. If you want to go to the graph again, let's see it. March. Then can you see? Then you can get the sum. Using a piece of paper or in your writing book, you can get the sum. Then you will get the answer. Then kids, now I am going to give this question. Which item has been sold equally in the months February and March? Equally in the months February and March. February and March. Then you should check the bars having same height. What are them? You can see in February it is onion and March it is color blue potatoes, isn't it? Then write your answer. Potatoes and onions. Then fourth one. What can be concluded about selling dal in these 3 months? What can be concluded about selling dal in these 3 months? Selling dal. Let's go to the graph again. What happened? Highlighted using color red. Bars are increased. Can you observe? January, February and March. Height of the bars, it is increased. Then how you can write your answer? Your answer is they has increased. Then in each month it has increased by 1000 kilograms. It is 1000. Let's go to the graph again. Check it. In January 8,000, in February 9,000, in March it is 10,000. Then 1000 by 1000 it is increased. Okay, then my dear kids, I think all of you could understand them. Then we drew bar graphs. Same word is used, column graphs. Then when data has been represented in a column graph or a multiple column graph, it can be interpreted and information can be compared by considering the heights of the column of the graph. We did all these things. We wrote the answers for questions observing bar graphs. Then, my dear kids, it is very easy lesson. You should complete the questions. Then in your exercises, you can refer your textbook. Then kids, don't forget to complete all the questions in your textbook. Goodbye.